And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to the final series of the broadcast. It's been a very intense broadcast here, very long as well. So far, almost 6 hours. Almost 6 hours have been live. And remember, we were live for another 3 to 4 hours before that with RSL. So, so went RSL straight into Maestros of the game. Oh boy, nearing up to 9. Do we go to 10 hours? Maybe, Pappy, maybe. Let's go, Pappy, let's go. So again, a lot of StarCraft here tonight, but we're nearing the end. We're nearing the tail end here of the broadcast. We have our ZvZ between Serral and Reynor. This is going to be a rematch of what occurred during EWC. We had a banger of a ZvZ at the Esports World Cup. Honestly, Reynor should have won that series. Like, Reynor, he was looking insanely good, but he did fumble the ball. He overextended. I'm still thinking about that game on ley lines against Serral, where Reynor, he was in such a good position, and it all kind of fell apart there. You know, you maybe got a little bit too excited, a little bit too overeager, did overextend, did not wait for his reinforcements, and in the end, Serral did survive. He survived. He was able to recover, able to bounce back, and was able to take it from there and eventually claim the series. But yeah, I was very impressed by Reynor in that ZvZ, in that best of 5. But now we're here, we're almost 2 months later at this point. The meta has shifted a little bit. We do have a different map pool, of course, with this tournament, but more importantly, Reynor has been lost in the rift. Yeah, he's been lost in the rift, papi. Aye. So hopefully we can bring it back, and we'll see how in form he is. Meanwhile, a big shout in the chat. Thank you so much. Oh my god, as we did just get an anonymous donation, sorry, gifted sub to Gorkon. Thank you so much to our anonymous gifted sub. Do appreciate it, and thank you so much for the support. We appreciate it, papi. Aye. Just catching up. Who won between Clem and Classic? Clem. Clem did claim the series 3-1. Clem did take it, and Clem is waiting in the next round, waiting for the winner of this series, for the winner of this ZvZ. Waiting for the winner. As likewise, we're back in the sauna. True, we're back in the sauna. The curtains have been drawn. Let's go. Also, again, Serral rocking a beard. A tinted beard. Crazy. How times change. We do need a mem for Reynor though. Reynor, he's setting up his cam. So once we're good to go, then we can start our final series. We'll get there. But otherwise, hope you've all been enjoying yourselves. Again, it's been a very intense day and night of StarCraft, of course, and this will continue tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be on the final Maestros of the game. The final RSL Playoffs Day group of the week, and then that's going to be followed by more Maestros of the game as well. So it's going to be tomorrow. It's going to be Playoffs Day 4 for RSL, and also going to be Playoffs Day 2 for Maestros of the game. Double checking, tomorrow it's going to be, let's see, 1 week. Tomorrow it is going to be 4 best of 5s, thank god. Oh wait, no, my apologies. It's going to be 4 best of 7s? So I didn't realize this, but apparently in the lower brackets, actually we can have a look together here. Bam. There it is. You can see the brackets ready for you. The lower brackets, so Showtime versus Hero, Bunny versus Zound, winner into Classic, winner into the loser of the series. Those lower bracket matches, I assume they're all best of 5s. They're best of 7s, by best of 7s. So tomorrow is going to be 4 best of 7s back to back. Oh boy, it's gonna be intense. I need to sleep as much as I can, kind of. Like, it's gonna be interesting. We'll do our best tomorrow, we'll do our best. So 4 best of 7s, and then next week is going to be the offline finals, right? The offline, like, final days of the tournament. We aren't getting there. Also, do apologize, but one of the reasons why we're taking a little bit longer as well is that the French stream, they're hosting an interview. They're hosting an interview with Clem. So I did kind of pull the gun. I did kind of just go a little bit too soon when it came to us going live here. But yes, right now they're having a Clem interview. Clem Joie interview. It is in French. Would appreciate some translations for those that are tuning into Comeback TV. Also, big shout out to Comeback TV for organizing the events, for bringing it together, for all the passion. Always, Pappy, always. All the passion. Este Comeback TV. Much love, much love. Maybe grand final will be best of 9. I think it is a best of 9, right? Let me just double check. No, best of 7. Okay. Best of 7 finals. The format's on Wikipedia. Exclamation mark B in the chat. You got it, Papi. I had it roll. No. No, we're powered by Awita. By some Awita here. Some lovely water. Remember to hydrate. Oh god. Remember to hydrate. To be fair, I did cheat today. I did actually have I did have a can of Red Bull to keep myself going. Did happen. Ugh. Kept me awake for the Clem Classic series. Get me going for it, Pat. Get me going. But here we go. Here we go. We are getting into our next series. Oh, we actually got player link. Player cam. Beautiful. And here we go, spawning in the top left hand corner of Incorporeal. We have the Finnish Zerg player. We have the red Zerg representing Basilisk. It is Serral. Yeah, we got the player cams. And spawning in the bottom right hand corner, we have the blue Zerg player, the Italian Zerg, representing Basilisk as well. As this is a team kill. It is Reynor. Bam. We're in the sauna and we're smurging. Let's go, baby, let's go. And if you're in the chat, you know what time it is. It is Gamba time. Predictions are now open. Place your bets on who you think will claim the series. Best of luck in the chat on who you think will claim it. Will it go the way of Serral? Will it go the way of Reynor? Again, I do feel like Reynor was the more impressive player and the more dominant player when it came to their series at EWC. It was on Reynor and his mistakes and maybe getting a little bit over eager at times. That was part of his failings, of course. Reynor is fully aware of that. But now we're, what, 2 months later, and Reynor, he's been lost in the rift, papi. He's been lost in the rift. So has it been hurting? Has that been helping him? We're about to find out. We're about to find out as we step into our ZvZ. Of course, vetoes are done. Game 1 is going to be on Incorporeal. We got Game 1 on Incorporeal, leading into Game 2 on Gressvan, into Tokamak, Pylon, and Sandworm. Incorporeal is one of the larger maps of the map pool, longer rush distance by ground. So if we were to slow things down and embrace the mid game, this would be a map for it. We'll see if we can get there. We'll see if we can get there. We do expect aggression out of these two players. If you've been watching Serral and Reynor in ZvZ, they're often much more in each other's faces coming into the mid game. They don't really want to just settle back and take a third, take a fourth base, and max out with roaches and get into the mid game. That's not the case. Not the case with these two players. For now, Hatchcast Pool from both Reynor and Serral. Standard openers. From here we drone, we saturate. We're going to be keeping our eyes open for third base timings and for the tech timing as well, to see if we do invest into the earlier Bailey nest or if we do try to skip the nest instead. But so far everything is looking as it should be. It's catching up. I want 3 liters of coffee. You're an animal. You're an animal. I've said this before. I don't really drink a lot of coffee. I'm one of those people that wake up in the morning. I get breakfast. I get water. I'm good to go. Like, I only ever drink coffee if I need to pull like an all-nighter. Like if I need to like stay up for like and cast for like 16 hours, which happens quite regularly. I mean, relatively regularly. Like, you know, maybe once a month or a couple of times a year. That's just breaking in case of emergency, like some caffeinated drink. Otherwise, I'm good. Otherwise, we're good. But otherwise, we are investing into earlier links. We do have a surge of links from Reynor, 12 links in production. We'll see if Reynor can apply some pressure and force an overreaction. We do see, Serral going for a hidden Roach Warren. Again, this is the kind of play that we expect out of our 2 players. So hidden Roach Warren out of Serral, so a much earlier Roach production is going to be available, and even a Roach counterattack after the aggression from Reynor. Reynor's own Roach Warren not too far behind, actually. It is later, true, but only by a couple of seconds. So all in all, we do have a very similar setup here. Droning slightly in favor of Serral. We do see the Lings up poking in, but Serral is keeping up, and Serral does defend. So far, so good. Serral, he defends well. And Reynor is unable to engage. So Reynor, he has to re-drone, resaturate, it does pull away. From here, do continue. You can see here that even though the Roach wanted to finish up early for Serral, he does not make Roaches. He sees that, hey, Reynor just backed off, Reynor was deflected, let's just drone. Let's just saturate. Lair is on the way. Serral, he doesn't make use of the Roach Warren, but he can. Basically, Serral's cutting corners. He's cutting corners, he's avoiding making and producing Roaches for as long as possible. As you can see him even taking his gases, or droning, taking his gases. Serral wooden cabin seems so nice. It's a wooden cabin and it's a sauna as well. It's 2-in-1, baby, 2-in-1. It's beautiful. Oh, this I was not expecting. As Reynor does opt to take all 6 gases. All 6 gases are on the way. He does drone, does saturate, and we are rushing into a Spire. So fast Spire play out of Reynor. A lot of potential for damage is what I will say. A lot of potential to wreak havoc if it does go unscouted. The scary thing though is that, hey, the lair is done. The lair is done. We should soon be seeing an Overseer morphing in, and the Overseer scout should confirm. There it is. Overseer does morph in, but it's going to be coming in towards the left-hand side from the 3rd location. So it's going to be a bit of a more difficult scout for Serral. Pokes in, pokes out, does not get into the main. Overlord speed is on the way. Spire's almost done in the main base. Spire's almost complete, and alas, Serral is still in the dark. Still doesn't know, baby. Still doesn't know. As here comes some Dropperlord Harass. It's just going to be Dropperlord Harass here with a couple of Roaches. Muta production has begun. Still limited scouting out of Serral. Here comes the Overseer finally going in, but it's so delayed. Overseer into natural. Muta's revealed. Now he knows. Instant hydrogen, instant spores. Spores are on the way. Mutas, they do maintain map control. Overseer going to be forced back. Dropperlord's forced back home as well. Reynor gaining map control quite quickly, quite nicely. And Reynor takes a lead. Reynor does take a lead. Now, what's important is that Reynor's getting +1 melee, which means he's going to be doubling down and going into mass muta. He's not just making mutas to harass, he intends to go mass Ling Bane muta instead. Now, Ling Bane muta does have potential to overwhelm, especially against low Hydra counts, so it's a very delicate balance here for the defending Zerg player for Serral to actually make and have enough Hydras, but also morph in Lurkers as well to maintain the ground control and also invest into Viper tech. Speaking of, there's Invitational bit. Ooh. Reynor does connect. It's going up. So far, Lings, they do distract at the same time. Lings, they also hit the 4th base. Muta's on the way. Only only 2 Hydras. Nice borrow. Very nice borrow here out of Serral. Ay. He powers, he saves his units. Roach is a counterattack. Very nice counterattack here by Serral. And we're going for a pseudo-base trade. We're going for a pseudo-base trade here as Reynor does snipe 1 expansion, does catch reinforcements. Ooh, the Link Queen Hydra is going to trade okay against the Mass Muta. There's a lot of Hydras going down. So does force his way in. Nice positioning here against the wall. He's running out of Lings. And Lings are running out. Roaches, they don't quite get into the mineral line. Barely not. They get a couple of workers. It's gonna be 4. Yeah, some damage, but overall we're hoping for a little bit more. Serral has been joining up behind this, joining up quite heavily, getting into infestors. Meanwhile, the flock has been growing. Getting a larger flock. Still wants an expansion. Does get the infestor. Nice snipe. Oh my god. Games didn't quite connect. Major connections. Hydras, they turn away the army. Turn away the mutas, but last did lose the base. They lose an expansion at the same time. The burrowed harass across the map. Drone counts are still quite close. Very close. But less Reynor has more efficient mining. Serral, he never got into lurkers, just going into infestor. So he defends, he's soon to be moving out. Now the scary thing about this move out is that Reynor, Mass Muta is designed to harass. Designed to harass is not really built to defend, to weather a storm, to engage with this kind of army composition. So again, Reynor, he's about to max. Soon send it. Send it, man. Send it. And here he's going for it. Let's go. Does pull the trigger. How good are the Fungals? Fungals, they graze the army, no major connections. Bailey's gonna be rolling in. They're going for the Hydras. Going off the Micro Shroud. Let's go. Roaches, they shut down the Lings. And Hydras, they push in. But where's the Micro Shroud? Where are the supports? Hydras are going down. Yeah, every Hydra does full. Roaches, they keep on pushing. And the anti-air is just barely not enough. We did need more infestors. Even one more infestor would have been enough there. Roaches, oh, the move command. Yeah, stuck on move command. Some wasted DPS, but roaches, they split off into every base. We got roaches in the third, the fourth, and the natural, and Reynor's being pulled apart. He's being torn apart. The mules take a long time to focus on these roaches. It's going to take a long time here. 15 workers going down. More roaches here towards the right-hand side. More damage. Reynor's keeping up. Let's keep up. He still has 31 meters. What it takes is a couple of fungals, a parabomb. Serral's got his hive. To the main, Spore goes down, Queen goes down. Ooh, at the same time, Bailey's gonna crash into the mineral line. 22 pro kills. Oh, the fungals, the fungals do connect, and we get the mass power bomb as well. Ooh, brutal fungals, and so many mutants go down. They go for the dive. They do pick off the Viper at least, but Reynor does plummet in supply. Same time, links are deflected. Chase down. Reynor pulled away. Serral, he is going to be down to 27 workers. His economy is crippled. He's all in. Yeah, at this point, Serral's all in. Does have the larger army. How many spellcasters? 3 infestors. Mutas to respond. Mutas to respond. Serral rotating in. Just hunting for the fungal. Another Ling run by. Run by, another counter attack. And this is actually buying time. Serral, remember Reynor, he has a better economy. The longer this game goes on, the better it is for Reynor. It's building a more Ling Bane Hydra. Sorry, Ling Bane Muta. Ooh, brutal Ling run by the +2 melee Lings. Gets a queen. And Reynor, he should be able to run away with this game. At this point, it's just too much damage. Like, Serral, he's down to 16 drones. He barely has an economy. Economy's barely there. Bailey run by crashing into Hydras and a couple of drones. It's more Hydras going down. Now, Serral has potential to win the battle in the sky and reset the Muta count again, but the problem here is, at this stage, it's not just Muta, right? Like, we have Ling Bane. Ling Bane has set up around. So Mutas, they head into the main. So Roach counterattacks. This time, there are Lings ready. Bailey's gonna be rolling in. Ooh, they get into the mineral line. The main base goes down. Roaches are getting damaged, but it pales in comparison to losing the main base. Oh no. Losing the main, losing the third. Tech is going down, and we have to commit to the base trade. There's no defending back at home. Like, there's no win condition for Serral if he defends. Ideally, he wants to force Reynor to clump up and to engage into Infestor Viper. There's a world where potentially Serral can win that game, given that situation. Let me just say pop off. I mean, we're just committed to the base trade. We're committed. So he breaks into the main, takes down the Spire. No more muted production. Serral, he can afford a gas geyser, and he does have a drone with the main army. So he can take gases, and we're just going full elimination. Just full elimination mode. Going for all the buildings. You can see here there's a gas on the left-hand side. So Serral does hide a gas geyser. You just turn around. Uh-oh. You just start turning around. We're gonna force a fight. Indecisive. A little bit indecisive. As Reynor still has some mining, bottom left. Catching up more buildings. So, still searching. To the overlords at least. Serral does find bottom left. Okay. Another gas geyser. Another gas geyser. So 2 more gas geysers. These Hydras are gonna get caught out. Hydras are on their own. Reynor does find them. And GG. GG gets called. As writing was on the wall for quite some time, and Reynor, he does take the game, or does take game number 1. Whew. GG, well played. Again, Reynor was able to maintain a map control. We saw that Serral, he had a later reaction, later realization as to what was going on. And in the end, his counterattack was not worth it. His counterattack was not worth it in the end. With that, we do have our first game going the way of Reynor. GG. GG, well played. And again, we'll see if he can redeem himself after the... We'll see if he can redeem himself after the series they did have against Serral over at EWC. See if he can redeem. As up next, loading into Greswan, one of the larger maps in the map pool. Let's go. Let's go. Whew. Now, as a reminder, this is the upper bracket, so the loser of the series will still be in the tournament. Still be in. Double elimination. I love the way these Maestros conduct their games. I mean, like, there was technically a chance there for Serral, a slim chance for the base trade to go his way. And was forced to tap out. And now we're going to be getting into our next game. Game 2, going to be on Greswan. Let's go. Let's go. Oh no, Reynor, he's left us. He's going to Smurge. Oh, okay, he's back. We're good. He's back. As spawning in the top left hand corner of Greswan, we have the Finnish Zerg player. We have the red Zerg representing Basilisk. Down in the series, we'll see who mounts back. It is Serral.
Game paused.
Ooh, as we do have a bit of a pause, and hopefully everything's okay. Hopefully. As looks like there is a little bit of latency. Potentially one of the players, potentially the server, potentially one of the casters. Oh, did see that. I mean, Serral is playing from a cabin in the woods, so yeah. Oh, Serral, he's playing on mobile internet. That's crazy. That's crazy. I mean, I've casted on mobile internet before. To be fair, it's not pretty. So now we have confirmation, since, you know, Serral, he's in the wilderness somewhere in the wilds of Finland, in the cabin. There is internet, but has to use his mobile internet. He's on them 5Gs, pappy. On them 5Gs. So hopefully it does clear up. See, this is when you point your phone in the air. You get it as high as you can. Get them bars going. Get them bars up. Hopefully it helps. Look for the reception. Ah. Mobile internet issue, what a time to be alive. I mean, StarCraft 2, playing it, as long as you're not streaming, like, playing StarCraft 2 does not take a lot of bandwidth, at least in my experience. It doesn't take up a lot of data, I should say. Putting his phone on the... Yeah. Just put it on the end of a selfie stick, and then just, like, tape that to the roof. There you're good to go. Okay. Yeah, turn off the cam. So it looks like maybe you can't quite handle cam plus playing StarCraft, which is understandable.
Game resumed.
Esther Reynor. Shaking my head. Reynor, he's like, oh, you're turning off your cam? Ah, I guess I'm lagging too. Turns off webcam. Shaking my head. If you remember, Reynor did the same thing last time versus Zound. Like, if Zound, he had to turn off his cam because of internet. Reynor's like, look, I'm doing it too. Okay. So potentially for the rest of the series, we won't have player cams, but it's all good as we're getting into this. And in the bottom right hand corner, we do have the Italian Zerg player, the blue Zerg. It is Reynor, the Basilisk. Reynor's like, why does it have to be dying as well? I guess I just have to turn off the cam. What a shame. Esther Reynor. For now, we are going to be settling in. We do have our hatch gas pool, standard openers all around. Welcome to Gressvan. Gressvan is one of the older maps in the map pool. Longer rushes to smite ground, typically known for longer and later games. I mean, yo, I've casted many an hour-long ZvZ on Gressvan. Dark versus Rogue, Dark versus Scarlet, Dark versus Solar, and Dark versus Shin. So many games on Gressvan where Dark would very quickly just wall up, tech up into Lurker, slow the game down, stay on 4 bases, slowly get a 5th base, max out, and then slow push with Mass Lurker Viper. That is the late game ZvZ. That is the end game ZvZ, is getting into Lurker Viper with Mass Viper. When I say Mass Viper, I mean 12 Vipers. 12 Vipers, groups of 6, so two groups of 6, I should say, 12 in total. Going for these hit squads to snipe other Vipers, to powerbomb other Vipers, or to catch out your opponent. Yeah, it's dark times, but yeah, we saw a lot of late game ZvZ on Gressfun. Reynor has a teammate in Basilisk who's a very strong Zerg. How do we know he's not letting him play without cams? If you recall, I think we already know that Lorimbo is playing back. Este Lorimbo. He's playing for Reynor. True, true. That's why the cams are off. So Lorimbo can play. That's for now. For now, we're just going to be settling in. We have our hatch gas pool. Bailing Nest has been thrown down. Bailing Nest for Reynor. Likewise, Bailing Nest for Serral. Serral's is, of course, a little bit more hidden. Reynor's yet to confirm. Oh, my apologies. I did miss this, but Reynor threw down an early roach one behind the mineral line, and we have roach production already underway. We have 9 roaches on the way here. Reynor going for the roach rush, and Reynor does cut workers early. 24 drones. 24 drones. We do see Serral. He's droning up a little bit too much, making 2 extra workers. Ay, ay, ay. Serral, he's still droning. Serral, he's droning up against an all-in. Reynor, he may just end it here and now. He's sending it across the map. Now Serral sees. Now Serral knows what's going on. And back at home, he evacuates. He evacuates the 3rd base. He needs spine crawls up defend. Oh, the Ducklings, they come in first round. They pick up the Queen. Queen does fall. Clutch control out of Reynor. Baits out the Baneling. And the roaches have arrived. And again, Reynor, he's here for the kill. And there it is, GG. GG gets called. Serral caught completely with his pants down, and Reynor will take a 2-0 lead. GG. Whew, GG, well played. Again, a big misread out of Serral as Serral was droning. Straight up. Just Serral, he was droning, he was saturating. He was caught completely with his pants down by the all-in, and with that, GG. GG, well played. Reynor, he is 1 game away from claiming the series and from advancing on into the next round. Uno más, papi, uno más. Here we go. Setting up the spreadsheet. So getting ready here for game 3. Game 3 is going to be on Tokamak. Oh boy, and we're hoping for a longer back and forth here, but the pressure is on. Pressure is on. The heat is up in the sauna. In la sauna, papi. La sauna. Let's go. Reynor must be laughing. Nah, Lorimbo's cracking up, mate. Let's go. But here we go. Again, just a late scout from Serral. So late realization is what was happening. Hidden roach horn by Reynor. Cheeky build, cheeky play. And now we're getting into our next game, and spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Tokamak, we have the Italian Zerg player. We have the blue Zerg, representing Basilisk, leading the series 2-0. 1 game away from claiming the series. It is Reynor. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have the red Zerg player, the red Zerg, the Finnish Zerg, also for Basilisk. It is Serral. Here we go. Yeah, in a mirror matchup, I mean, it's a game of risks. It's a game of kind of chances that you do take, and Serral, he did take a risk there. He was unable to confirm the saturation, unable to confirm the greed of his opponents. He himself was going for a very economic play. Based on how game 1 played out, it's understandable. Game 2 though, and game 3, we've seen hyper aggression. Can Serral? Can you weather the storm? Ah. So now everything's looking normal. Once again, just like last game, we're looking for earlier tech choices. We're looking for an earlier Bailey Nest, earlier Roach Warren, earlier Lair. We're trying to figure out where the gas is going to be spent early on here. We'll get there. We'll get there. But also welcome to Tokamak. Tokamak is one of the larger maps, more defendable maps as well, so we do kind of lean towards more mid-game play between these two. We'll see. Just settling in. And so far it has been Reynor who's been quite cheeky, right? Game 1 was Reynor going to Mass Muta. That did go unscouted. Game 2 was Reynor going into more aggression as well, into the all-in, into the 2-base all-in, off of a very low drone count. It's been Serral on the back foot. So we turned the tables back. We did attempt that. Players are setting up. This time there's no hidden tech. We do have our Bailey Nest on the way. Technically a hidden Bailey Nest here for Reynor, trying to force an overreaction. If his opponent sees lack of Bailey Nest at the ramp, then there's a high chance that, say, Serral as a response, will cancel his Bailey Nest and throw down a Roach Warren, and then bam, does need the nest in the end. As we have the early Roach Warren out of Serral this time. As for here, we do have Reynor going into faster +1 range. So much faster upgrades here. So we're setting up. Setting up that third base. We're slowly saturating. Serral is also droning. I assumed that Serral was going to be going for an earlier move out because of the earlier tech. But the answer is just had it available to have it. And from here, we're just kind of slowing things down. We're slowing things down. Both players are expanding. Both players are chilling. Despite the earlier tech choice, like Serral, he's also just droning. I say that we do have a wave of roaches now on the way. I believe that's going to be the first wave here. As roaches are building up, likewise so is Reynor. So we're kind of working towards a more standard mid-game ZvZ. I say we're working towards just because Reynor's cut workers, but so is Serral. Like, they both cut worker production. They're both fixated on their armies. Yeah, so he's committing. But again, Reynor, he should be decently set up for this. Serral's all in. Serral, he's all in. Lings, they catch a... Jesus, they catch a Ravager. One Ravager goes down. Catching more reinforcements as well. Baits out one of the Bailings. And Reynor's just buying so much time. Bailings, they attempt to engage. Nice red, and GG gets called. The all-in will fail, and Reynor, he shuts down the all-in. Reynor will claim the series 3-0. He'll take down Serral in a clean sweep, and Reynor will make it through to the next round. GG. GG, well played. This time, Serral, he attempted the all-in himself, but Reynor was also cutting workers. So basically, we had both players going for the same build, going for the same style, but Reynor actually had the defender's advantage, not Serral. So with that, the all-in did fail. Reynor also had an amazing job when it came to catching the Ravager and catching the Banelings. Really nice surround, really nice setup there out of Reynor to come in from behind. Did set him up for success, and with that, Reynor does snowball out of control. GG, well played, congratulations. Reynor, he does claim the series 3-0, and with that, he does advance on into the next round. When it comes to Serral's play there, it was a little bit uncharacteristic, but I would imagine that partly that is because he's playing on his phone, and he's playing on his phone. I think he's playing on a laptop as well. For those who don't know, he's off in a cabin in the woods. Like he's off, enjoying his vacation off in the wilds of Finland. That's why we saw the more unique cabin there. Like he's not at his home setup, and maybe a little bit frustrated because of the latency, because of the ping. So a bit of a different kind of series there. I hope that he is able to make his setup as comfortable as possible, though, coming into next weekend. Actually, sorry, my apologies. Of course, what am I saying? I hope he's able to get as comfortable as possible by tomorrow. Because hey, what's tomorrow? Well, bam. Oh, sorry, wrong button. There we go. Bam. Tomorrow is going to be the remainder of the lower bracket. Tomorrow, 4 best of 7s. We have a Showtime versus Hero into Serral. We have Bunny versus Zound into Classic. So Serral still has to play. He still has a chance to redeem himself, of course, and to get into the offline finals portion of the tournament. Remember, after tomorrow, next weekend, that's going to be over in Paris, papi, over in Paris, over in France. That's going to be where the main event is going to be occurring offline, where players going to be flown over, but we got to get there first, and it's going to be a brutal lower bracket to get there. There's going to be 4 best of 7s, Showtime versus Hero, Bunny versus Zound, into Classic, into Serral. Those are going to be some insane matches, and that is going to be tomorrow on this channel in less than 24 hours time. It is 5 a.m. in the morning, 5 a.m. When it came to that series, again, honestly, the matches here tonight were really intense, really solid, except for that final ZvZ, which kind of ended in a bit of a whimper. Game 1 was really back and forth, really solid. I was very content with game 1, but game 2 and game 3 were very cut and dry. It was like, bam, Serral, he didn't see the all-in coming, so it just ended. Game 3 was bam, Serral went for an all-in, he got spotted, he got shut down early, and then everything just kind of fell apart. GG, well played. Otherwise, hope you all enjoyed yourselves. Hope you all had a great time. Here we go. Washed? Don't be a clown, Bobby, don't be a clown. Is this your goat? Literally the world champion. True. Literally the world champion. Yeah, Serral playing from his sauna. Not the most ideal conditions, baby. Not the most ideal. But he has to make the best of it for tomorrow. Otherwise, with that, thanks for watching. Thanks for the support. I'm gonna go to bed. I say I'm gonna go to bed. I have to, but I need to, but at the same time, I also need to try to sleep as much as I can before tomorrow's cast, because tomorrow, in less than 24 hours, before Maestros of the game, do you know what we're casting? RSL. Revival StarCraft League is going to be on this channel, and it's RSL that leads into Maestros of the game. So back-to-back casts, just like today. It's going to be tomorrow as well, so it's going to be an even longer broadcast than usual. We'll do our best to maintain our sanity, pattern. Do our best. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Thanks for the support. If you want to support us, you can do so by following. Just follow us. Follow us on Twitch. Follow us over on YouTube as well. We do upload on a daily basis, so there's plenty of content over on YouTube. That is the place to be. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. Thanks so much. Something else that I have to get around to organizing as well. Okay, we're good. Well, something else that I have to get around to organizing as well is that fun facts. I said this before. I guess I'll mention it now. This season, I am a judge. I'm a judge for the Team Liquid Map Contest number 21. And fun fact, during the breaks when you saw the countdown timers, I was actually, hold on, can I'm fine showing this off. Hold on. Bam. So whenever there was a countdown timer, I was opening up the editor, and I've been typing down notes about all these maps. I have like almost 100 maps, to go through for the TLMC, and I've been writing down notes, and I've been critiquing like just as many maps as I can. I do have a deadline of like another 10 days, less than 10 days. I'm on top of all the casting that we're doing. I have to try to find time to do this as well. So that's what I've been doing whenever there was a countdown timer. So yes, this is Luxor, by the way, Luxor Artena. It has been a lot of fun going through all these maps and determining, you know, some pros, some cons, what to change, and giving feedback as well. But also doing this, I'm tempted to like make a stream about this. I'm probably not going to do a stream of me going through and writing down all my notes and all that stuff. I'm probably going to do a recap stream like after I'm done. After we're done with all the maps, and after we're done typing all our notes, I'll probably do like a recap stream where we can go through everything, and we can like go through what I was looking for, what I wasn't looking for, kind of what I'm trying to avoid when it comes to the next map pool and what not to. For those who don't know, the TLMC is coming up, Team Liquid Map Contest. Voting will soon be open. After basically we're filtering through all these maps, and then voting will be open to the public for like the finalists, I should say, and then we'll have a new map pool in November. I believe November is the current goal to go live with a new map pool, a new ladder map pool, I should say, a new ladder map pool. So we're nearing up on that, coming into November. And there's a lot of maps. Shout out to the map making community, by the way, for making them all, because there are so many maps submitted. It's a lot to go through. We're doing our best, man. We're doing our best. That's what I was doing well. in between every game or every series, I'm just fucking just tabbing in and tabbing out, and I've been very fatigued. I'm gonna go to bed, Spappy. I'm gonna go to bed. But thanks for watching. Thanks for the support. We do appreciate it. And we'll see you guys tomorrow for some RSL and for some more Maestros of the game. See you then. See you then. Do appreciate it. Well, it's a lot of maps. New maps are so cool. There are some really good ones. There are some that are not so good. I will say that. Some that are good, some that are not. But we'll get into it at some point, maybe in a couple of weeks. In a couple of weeks, we'll have like a recap stream. But otherwise, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Until then, ciao, papi, ciao. See you tomorrow. Take care. Hasta luego. Buenas noches. Get some rest. Get some rest, papi. Get some rest.